You're watching Android FPS.
Hey guys, Android FPS here. Got another video for you. I'm going to preface this with, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, do not watch this video. Game of Thrones is an amazing show. This video is dark and full of spoilers. This is spoilers for all the episodes for all the seasons. So if you haven't watched the show, again, do not watch this under any circumstances. Go watch the whole series and then come back and watch this. Now, getting that out of the way, you love the show, and my viewers, for the most part, they love CSGO. Now, what characters in CSGO are similar to the characters of Game of Thrones? That's the premise of this video. Now, I'm going to start off just going down a list of some of my favorite Game of Thrones characters and match them with the CSGO equivalent, both personality, history, all that kind of stuff. First, there's Standard Clegane, the Hound. Awesome, badass character. And who do I think is most like him? Dosha. He's feared, he's misunderstood, total badass. His quietness adds to his mystery, and he kind of looks intimidating. The Viper. The Viper's kind of like Scream. He's young, he's very talented, everybody loves him, but he just gets screwed over big time.
Kali Vagban? Kali Vagban? No. Seriously? No. Are you fucking serious in my eyes?
Hodor. The equivalent to Hodor, in my opinion, is Pasha. He's huge, he's kind-hearted, he's basically the gentle giant, and he says the same thing over and over again.
My friend.
Hodor.
Yes, my friend.
Hodor.
My friend.
Hodor.
My friend.
Hodor.
My friend. Hodor. My friend.
So I'll go through the Starks pretty quick, some of the Starks. There's Ned Stark, who I think his equivalent is Heaton. You know, he's kind of an older warrior and fighter who's been through a lot, and he just wants to see his kid succeed. Doesn't seem to have a lot of diplomatic or business skills, not that he's necessarily trying to, but he's overall very supportive, seems to try to do the right thing, and no longer really around much. And there's Robb Stark. This was a tough one for me because a lot of players might be able to fit into this, but I think Hiko is the best one that fits into this category. Hiko and Robb Stark, they could have actually won if they hadn't let their personal ambitions get in the way. They both didn't anticipate the treachery that was around them, and just as Robb Stark seemed to have issues with his elders, Hiko has purportedly been in conflict with management over sponsorship deals.
I will march back north, root you out of your keep, and hang you for an oathbreaker.
Oathbreaker, is it?
For Jon Snow, I would have to say the equivalent would be Sean Garris. He's the hope of the North American scene. Great leader, gets loyalty from his followers.
Probably got the most respect for Sean. And I'm actually dead serious with that one too. You're welcome. I agree. Thank you.
Gay!
Ah, Semler. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Semler, he seems nice, trustworthy, but just like Littlefinger, I think he's secretly plotting behind everybody's back. He's trying to consolidate power for himself. I'd say watch out for him. Varus. He's actually my favorite character. He's cunning, smart, underestimated. The person I think that fits him is Anders. Very diplomatic. He was formerly working for a giant organization that's no longer top dog, but he's gone out of his way to do what's right in the CS scene. He seems to have a cordial relationship with Semler, but I get the sense that they're actually working against each other. Theon Greyjoy. Poor Theon. He's been through a lot, but so has Swag. Just like Theon, Swag betrayed his own team, left quietly without letting anybody know, but he ended up being led by the others to make a horrible mistake which cost him dearly.
Who are you?
Tyrion Lannister. He's probably the most favorite character out of all characters in Game of Thrones. Now initially, you're going to think I'm crazy, but the person who's most like Tyrion, in my opinion, is JW. He's very misunderstood. He's hated by people who don't really know him. And even though those associated with him have been a bit villainous at times, you can't argue with the fact that he's done a lot for his team, and just like Tyrion's done a lot for his family. But the big thing is he often gets made fun of for things that he can't help.
Let me give you some advice, bastard. Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor. and it can never be used to hurt you.
But JW, like Tyrion, uses misfortune as a shield so that nothing can hurt him. Khal Drogo. Mo. Once a feared warrior, now just a relic of what he used to be. How about Steel? Steel's actually the one that inspired me to make this video. I don't know how I thought of it, but he just reminds me of Robin Aaron. I'll let you figure out why. What about Freakazoid? He's gotta fit somebody. Yes, I would say AC Slater from Saved by the Bell. I'm sorry, I know it's not Game of Thrones, but come on, just look at this. But for real, if I were to pick somebody from Game of Thrones, I'd say he's like the Mountain. He's really big. He's once completely feared, thought to be dead, but now he's back. Ser Jorah Mormont. Richard Lewis. He's a very divisive guy. He came from questionable past. Jorah was a slave trader. He ended up getting in trouble and was banished for it. Richard Lewis got in trouble for flaming people on Reddit, digging into their past tweets and Reddit posts, using it against them, and got banished from Reddit for it. They both redeemed themselves to some degree. Ser Jorah really ended up helping Daenerys, and Richard Lewis really helped the community in going after those that threw in the match scandals. And whether or not you want to forgive either one is really up to you. So there's a lot of other characters, and I'm sure some of you are going to disagree, but if you think that there's other characters that I should have added, please let me know. Always, guys, appreciate your comments. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and as always, thanks for coming over.